All right, hello. We have a update regarding what happened in Bayside last weekend in connection to the shooting. A couple of the elected officials held a press conference today, including my state senator John Liu and the assemblyman who represents Bayside, Edward Braunstein. The one notable thing was Councilwoman Vicky Palladino wasn't there today, which she was MIA unless she was busy with something else. But anyhow, let's get into something more urgent at the moment right now. And we just got this breaking news sometime after, I believe, 3 o'clock today. So this is the breaking news that we got in Oakland Gardens. Now, this is Bayside, but this was really considered Oakland Gardens. So this is what we know right now. So there was a shooting in Bayside. Police apprehended 2 suspects in Bayside for the shooting. Both males on 64th Avenue and 220th Street were hiding behind homes. A homeowner alerted police. 2 more suspects are ascending. So we do know that a male was shot, according to WABC TV, a 16-year-old male, in terms of what was said earlier. So hang on here. Where is it? I don't see it. Here we go. A group of teenagers, 4 males wearing all black and blue gloves. So the Q-27 was running with delays. The Q-30 was running with delays because the police had to do an investigation. Again, the good news is 2 suspects are in custody. The police are searching for 2 more. So I'll show you where this exactly happened. And according to WABC TV, which again, you're going to have to take my word for it because they did a live report at 4 o'clock. Come on. There we go. So this is where it apparently happened. Right over here. Right in front of the bus stop from what Channel 7 was saying. Right around here. So mind you, this is the Q-27 bus stop. Which a lot of people transfer from the Q-30 bus. Right here. So obviously this is normally a busy area because again, you got Cardozo High School right near here. And then you have the new supplement shop over here, GNC. So, I mean, this is just disturbing. This is just very disturbing. And again, this is what's going on in our communities. And, you know, obviously Channel 1, there's nothing on their website about it. It's clearly obvious what's going on here. But I will give them credit on covering the Amazon labor election. And I will mention that I am supporting the Amazon workers to fight to unionize. And I know their election's going to last until the 30th next week. But that's not the main point of this video. The main point of this video is we're going to talk about this. So let's watch the report from Channel 7. So just going to make sure that I have my speakers all the way loud so you can hear this. You might hear a little bit of echoing, so I do apologize. So what I'm going to do is do this, cable input, and now you can hear the video. So here we go.
Live in Bayside, one person is hurt and a child's car seat is struck. It happened on an otherwise peaceful street where neighbors say squatters are renting out a place on Airbnb. And good afternoon to you. I'm Lauren Glassberg in for Liz Cho.
I'm David Navarro. Neighbors tell us on that street they're fed up living in fear. They say the situation with squatters using an Airbnb is outrageous and it is putting them in danger.
Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager live in Bayside with how the company is responding. Stacey.
Well, Lauren, Airbnb says it is now taking action after we called them today. You know, this is normally a quiet neighborhood, 38th Avenue and 209th Street here in Bayside, but it wasn't so quiet over the weekend. 19 shots were fired outside this house, a house that's been a problem for years.
Guns ablaze, but no, this is not a war zone. It was Bayside, Queens over the weekend.
There's probably lots of violations in there. Shut this place down.
It is a home on the corner of 38th Avenue and 209th Street, occupied by squatters for about 2 years now. They have out-of-state plates, and some don't even live here. They were just renting out the place on Airbnb. But residents angry about last weekend's shooting gathered on the block today to demand a solution. The former owner showed up, but he says he sold the place to the bank 4 years ago. The property in foreclosure ever since.
I have nothing to do with these people here, nor do I want them here. But I don't have a choice at this point.
The home is in poor shape, and inspectors from the New York City Department of Buildings were here today. But DOB says they can't vacate this property unless there's imminent danger. These bullets apparently not enough. They penetrated 2 cars on the block, one of them including a child's safety seat.
It's ridiculous. If this occurred sometime during the day when they were putting the child in, God knows.
This afternoon, a spokesperson at Airbnb telling Eyewitness News we take the situation very seriously and have suspended the listing and canceled reservations. As for the bank that currently holds the mortgage, residents say not much help from them. In fact, they called after last weekend's shooting and were stunned by the response.
This is the CEO. Duck and cover. That's what he told me.
Yeah, and you know what's happened with the pandemic is many foreclosure proceedings were really stalled in the court system. And the squatters, they know that, and they were making money off of this. Now, as for the shooting that happened here over the weekend, police say one person was shot in the stomach. It wasn't a resident, it was someone visiting this house. Residents are just hoping this ends before anyone gets killed.
So obviously, you just saw the Channel 7 story, and they spent 3 minutes, as you can see here. We'll pull it up so you can see it. 3 minutes, 6 seconds. So I wish Channel 1 could have spent doing a story on this, but let's go to community and neighborhoods and see if we have anything on Channel 1's website. Let's see. No, nothing on the website, because we're at Channel 1, and we just do not seem to care. So, I'll show you something right now. This is what I wanted to show you. So this is it right here. Let's pull it up. So I was watching this live earlier, and I want to show you something. I want to show you something in full screen. Full screen. Let's high def, 720p. Let's mute this for a second. So we're gonna mute this. And what I want to show you is Channel 1. They have their own microphone. So, explain to me how Channel 7 does a lengthy report, and even 1010 Wind showed up. So this is a very big deal. And Channel 1 showed up right there. There's their microphone. Let's do a zoom in. Let's zoom in and prove to you that Channel 1 was there today. Okay, looks like we can't. But what we can do... Oh, hang on. If I shrink it... Well, if I shrink it, it actually makes it look bigger. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so here we go. Let's do a draw line. Do some transparency. Right here. See, Channel 1 had their own microphone right there. I can recognize it. So nothing on the air about it, which again, it's typical Channel 1. It's typical Channel 1, you know. They'll say they'll get involved, but, you know, they just don't care. They don't care because they have their own agenda. This is what's on their website today. This is what's on their website. You want to see the homepage? You want to see the homepage? This could load. That would even be greater, but you get the idea. You get the idea of how bad this TV station is. There we go. Now it's loading. This is on the homepage. I mean, come on. Enough! I mean, Channel 1 should be shut down at this point. It really should be. Right? You know what it should be called? It should be called Politics 1. Politics 1. Because you always talk about politics. Right? Okay, so let's get into some more news. And here is the Shocking news from earlier this afternoon. The vocal coach killer has been released from prison. And the bad news is, and I hate to say this, so bad news is Barbara Gustron's funeral is tomorrow, according to the New York Times.
That just came into our newsroom. The suspect charged with the
fatal push of a beloved vocal coach is already out. Lauren Pazienza was released from Rikers on $500,000 bail today. Pazienza faces charges including manslaughter in the death of 87-year-old Barbara Mayer Gustron earlier this month. She surrendered to police this week on Long Island.
So there you go. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, let's see if they mention anything when the woman's due back in court. So let's see. Right, so again, we don't know when Lauren Pinzola's back in court, but even Channel 7 confirmed the funeral is tomorrow. So, I'm going to show you this. I want to show you this. Let's put this on mute. So remember what happened at Fanschlein Avenue last week? Yeah. Apparently, the Crime Stoppers has released new surveillance video about what happened. This is what I was looking for right here. Right on camera. Right on camera. And then we're going to play this last one, so let me rewind it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the mic on mute for a second.
We have breaking news in Brooklyn where a man was shot and killed in the lobby of an apartment building. The 43-year-old victim was found dead in the lobby of the building on Bay Parkway in Bensonhurst. Police say 3 men were spotted driving away from the scene in a 4-door sedan. The victim does not live in that building, and police do not know the motive for his murder. It doesn't appear that he's linked to any previous criminal activity.
So there you go. I mean, it's so obvious what Channel 1 gears to. It's so obvious. You know? So obvious. And we're sick of it. We are sick of being ignored. We are completely sick of it. Alright? We don't want this treatment anymore from the media. Alright? We don't want this. We really don't. But it seems we're getting constantly ignored each and every time. It's disgraceful. We don't deserve this. We really don't. We're going to go on YouTube and take a look to see if we can find CBS New York. So here we go. I want to see that we can find it. So again, the Amazon labor election. So at least there's a video on it. But guess what? Okay, so we do have something from Channel 2 regarding what I just read. So what I want to do right now is we're going to organize a couple of these. So let's watch the 16-year-old video right now. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to watch this one first, and let's watch this.
To other news of the day, we've got some breaking news happening in Bayside, Queens, where a teenager has been shot. Police say the 16-year-old was shot in the arm and then taken to the hospital. Police say the 16-year-old Bayside, Queens, where a teenager has been shot. Police say the 16-year-old was shot in the arm and then taken to the hospital. 2 persons of interest now in custody, and officers are looking for 2 more people. The teen was shot near Horace Harding Expressway and Springfield Boulevard in Bayside this afternoon. Investigators say that a gun was recovered.
Amazon workers on Staten Island are voting to decide if they want to form a union. Warehouse workers who've been trying to organize for years have faced intense pushback from the company. Union supporters are pushing for higher pay, better working conditions, and more job security. This comes on the heels of a similar vote that just ended in Alabama. If the efforts succeed, it would be the first time Amazon has had a union since it began 27 years ago.
So again, obviously, you know what's going on here. You know what's going on here. Same old Channel 1. It's Friday. Let's just ignore the news. That's what's going to be the title of this video. Channel 1, it's Friday. Let's ignore the news. So that's it